John Wails here. If you saw my last video, you'll see that the opening sequence, I was really pleased with the fact I managed to give it a kind of cinematic cinemascope feel, if you like. This one, in fact, as you can see, it kind of opens from the middle to the top and from the middle to the bottom to reveal the opening scene. Well, what I did in the intro to that video, I did say if anyone was interested, drop me a line and I'll show you how I did it. I had a reply from a chap called Paul Caps. He's one of my subscribers. He lives out in Texas, and if you're interested in guitars, you want to go to his site and have a look around. I'll put the link below if I can find out how to do that. Anyway, he said, John, show me how you did that effect. So here we go. I shall show you how it's done. But first, remember, anything you enjoy about this at all, please give me that thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Or better still, you can also subscribe. I love doing this bit. And click the notification bell and you'll get all of my up and coming videos. So let's go into the editor and show you how I do it. And for this, I use VIDEOPAD, but I'm pretty sure that whatever editor you've got, as long as it's got a reasonable amount of effects available to you, you can do the same thing in that. So let's go into the editor and have a look. Okay, so let's show you how this is done. It is really, really very easy. I am using VIDEOPAD, as I said earlier, and I hope that if you're using another editor, I'm hoping that it's very similar and you've got the same kind of sort of effects and the same kind of layout. If you're just getting used to VIDEOPAD, hopefully your screen has opened up something like this, where you have two screens at the top. You have a clip preview, a sequence preview, and your main storyboard across the bottom. If it doesn't quite look like this, come up here to your menu, top left hand corner, click that there, drop down to view, again another little drop down menu, drop down to show dual preview, click on that and you'll have it looking something like this. Okay, I've brought my bit of film in. Let's drop him onto our main storyboard. And what we're going to use is the beginning of this clip. Let me turn the volume down on that. I shot it yesterday from outside my house, and quite simply, it was pouring down rain. I got my camera and I just zoomed in on our car park. And if I just go forward a little bit here until it stops, and let me just press the play button there. It kind of stops there, and we'll do a cut there. Okay, this is a bit of film we're going to use. Again, if you're relatively new to VIDEOPAD, once you've got your icon moving around on the screen, if you drop it down onto your video track, on any specific part of your video track, if you've got a wheel mouse and you advance the wheel, you can increase the size of what's available to you on the track down here. Okay, let me wind that back. This grey section now is the clip where we're going to put the kind of letterbox effect on it, if you like. So first thing to do is I need to click on the FX box that's on the video track. If I click on that, you can see what happens then is our effects box opens up. And again, let me just close that just in case when you do that, if your effects box opens up like this, you need to make it bigger. You need to come to this little icon here and it says show or hide effect animation editor. You'll need to click on that. It makes the box a little bigger. You get this graph on the side, and what this graph here is, this square here represents your video clip here. Right, took me ages to learn that, so sometimes you pick something up off someone else, you go, oh, that's what it's for. Next thing, we've got our effects open, and I want to click on that add an effect. And straight away, the first one we want is crop, because simply we're just going to use the crop. Click on that. I'm going to drop the effects box down here a little bit, out of the way. I'm going to shrink the size of the clip so we can see what's going on. Okay, and as I said, we've got two preview panes at the top now. We've got the clip preview, and this solely represents this grey lit area here, just this section of the film. This right hand box represents what the viewer is going to see. It took me ages to learn how this works, so if you're picking up anything off me, good. Now back to the effect. The actual effect itself, crop, it has these 4 sliders, and quite simply what these are, each slider here, you've got 4 of them, and they represent the 4 sides of the frame. Okay, now then, the Y1 and Y2, they represent the top and the bottom horizontal lines. X1 and X2, they represent the vertical right and left lines. Simple as that. Now, next thing, back to our clip. The great thing with the clip preview, it took me ages to learn this, so if you listen to this and try and pick it up, because it really helps you in the future, you have this control menu here, like on a standard sort of standard control. You have a play button, which is stop and start. You can go back and forward frame by frame, and here it does go to start. You click that, and if you keep an eye on this red play bar that we have here, keep an eye on that, and if I go back to the start, it jumps to the beginning. If you come here, it says go to end. If you click on that, it jumps forward, but only to the end of the clip that you're working on, not to the end of the whole sequence. So take that on board, it's very useful. It took me ages to learn that, but then I'm a bit thick. Okay, so I'm going to hit the go back to start, come back to our effects box, and now what we want to do, we want the horizontal line on the bottom to come halfway up the frame, and we want the horizontal line on the top to come halfway down the frame towards the middle. So Y is going to be the, let's check which one this is. Y is the horizontal top line. Now if you come to the end here, it's got 0.00. We need to advance that to 50. 50 being halfway. Simple as that. And if you've been watching this top box, you can see that you've got the checker box dropping down halfway on the frame here. And back to the sequence preview, what the viewer will see is just black. Okay, come back now down to Y2. That says 100, and we now want this to drop back to 50. So 96, 92, 70s, 68. Now I don't know why on VideoPad, but you'll notice it'll go to either 49 or 51. I don't know why, it just does. On the bottom one, 51, I can't get to 50, it goes to 49. But what you can do, if this happens with you, on each of these boxes here, look, you see a little up and down arrow, so you can individually adjust 0.1, 0.0 and all that. And I want this to go up now, 49.1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. You see where I'm going with this? I want 50, there we go, 50. As you can see here now on the top, it's all in a checker box. Our line is exactly horizontally in the middle. The viewer is going to see a black screen, which is what you want. Easy as that. Now what we are going to do, we need to tell VideoPad that on the very first frame of this clip, we want it to look like this. We want the screen to be blank, and we want our horizontal line to be here in the middle, representing the crop. Quite simply, when you come down to your effects box, you've got the add effects. This is a mask, which I've done in a previous video. You have some other options available to you. If you come across here, you want this other little green plus box. Add keyframe. Click on that. And now you get these horizontal lines on the graph. The next thing we want to do is we need to advance our play bar to the end of the clip. So once again, we come back to our control panel on the clip preview section. Clip preview, control bar, and we want to advance, go to end of the clip. And now our bar has jumped to the end of that clip. Back to our effects box. Here in the clip preview is showing what effect we put in. This is showing currently what's available when you get to the end of the clip. You want now to before you do anything else, reverse what we've done earlier. So on Y1, we need this to go back to 0. Wind it back. And if you see what's happened, the top of our screen has opened up into a picture again. This one here, we want to advance to 100. So now we have the full screen open on the clip preview. And here on our graph, you can see we've got these lovely sort of diagonal lines in the corresponding way. One to the top right, one to the top left, or bottom, one to the top right, one to the bottom right. Come back up here to that little plus button. Click on that. So what you've now told VideoPad is that on frame 1, you want the preview to become completely invisible and our lines to have dropped. But by the time we get to the very last frame of this clip, we want the whole screen to be opened. And it's as simple as that. I promise you, that's how simple it is. If we increase the size of our picture, take it back to the start, hit the play button, and there we go. Lovely and smooth. Simple as that. The other thing I'm going to quickly put in here, while I've got a couple of moments to do it, if I go into this and I go on to downloads, a little earlier on I downloaded some music and a special effect. I wanted a nice thunderclap and some dramatic music. We're going to copy, paste. You'll find all of these effects in the YouTube library. Hit that there. Let me just reduce the size of this. We're going to pull in the music track. I'm going to drop it on the end. I'm going to pull in the thunder crack. I'm going to drop that on the end. Now I'm going to come back to the music track. I'm going to pull that down to a new track. I'm going to do the same. Let me increase the size of my thunderclap. I'm going to grab hold of that. I'm going to put that onto a new track as well. I'm going to put them both at the start. Close gap. If you're not sure what I'm doing, I'm dropping the cursor onto each track. You right click and close gap. Here's our thunderclap. I'm going to put that right at the very start. I'm going to move this music track a tiny bit forward. And I think that's about where I want to be. Let's see what happens. Let me increase the size of this. Take that back, hit the play button. I've got no sound. Let's put the sound up. Take it back, hit the play button. How was that for a nice dramatic effect? If you're doing a music video or I don't know, a Halloween video or something, what a cracking effect to open up with. It's so easy to do it. The other thing you can do, let me just stop that. What I just showed you there with, let me go back quickly onto the FX button. And have I got time to show you this? Of course I have, of course I have. We'll do the same thing again. What we're going to do is I'm going to press play. We're going to reverse to the start of our clip. I'm going to do exactly the same thing we've just done. I'm going to hit the crop and see if we can do this fast. This time we're going to hit the X button, take it to 50. X2, pull this back to 50. $49. I don't know why it does that. Let's increase this to 50. Almost there. There we go. I'm going to hit the add keyframe. Yes. Go to the end of the clip. Reverse what I've just done. We'll take X1 back to 0. We'll take X2 back up to 100. Come over here to the little red, these are effects. Come back here to the little green cross, add keyframe. Add that on. We'll just see if I've done this the other way now. Let's see what's happened here. Back to black and get ready for the thunderclap. you might want to do it that way. But I find it nice and effective if you're zooming in and at the same time got the horizontal or vertical lines widening out. There we go. Again, if you've enjoyed anything of this at all, don't forget, please give me that thumbs up, because I do try hard on this channel. And better still, you can, let's get this right this time, subscribe and click the notification bell and you'll get all of my up and coming videos. So until my next video, bye for now.